Mary and Audrey go to war. The war began, as most do, with a single insult. Mary stood at the kitchen sink, gripping the faucet as if it might hold her back. Audrey, on the other hand, stood near the doorway, arms crossed, her foot tapping against the linoleum like a ticking bomb. "It was just a suggestion," Audrey said, her voice tight. Mary turned slowly, eyes narrowing. "A suggestion? You called my mother a tyrant at dinner." Audrey sighed. "I didn't say tyrant, I said overbearing, and I stand by it." The battle had begun. First strike. Mary slammed the sponge into the sink, sending a spray of water up onto her shirt. "You have never had a problem with my mother before." "That's because your mother has never tried to stage a coup in my kitchen." Audrey was referring to the turkey incident. The night before, Mary's mother had arrived, unannounced, with a fully cooked turkey, announcing that she just wanted to help, completely disregarding the fact that Audrey had spent 6 hours slow roasting one herself. "She was just trying to be helpful," Mary countered. Audrey scoffed. "She was trying to assert dominance. There's a difference." Mary could feel the tension in her shoulders like a coiled wire, ready to snap. She had always known that Audrey was headstrong, opinionated, stubborn, but so was she. It was one of the things they had always loved about each other. But love and war were sometimes two sides of the same coin. "Okay, fine," Mary said, throwing down the dish towel. "If this is a war, let's call it what it is." Audrey arched an eyebrow. "A war?" "A war." Audrey considered this. "All right then," she said, grabbing a notepad from the counter. "Let's strategize." The battlefield. The battlefield, as it turned out, was their home. Their small apartment had already been transformed into an emotional war zone, the tension thick enough to cut. Mary took a deep breath and pointed to the fridge. "Your mess." Audrey gasped in mock offense. "My mess? Those are your weird condiments taking up half the space." Mary huffed. "They are not weird, they are necessary." Audrey leaned in, daring her. "Who needs 4 different types of mustard?" "I do," Mary said without hesitation. Audrey grabbed a pen and wrote, "Battle of the Fridge, Mustard Territory Dispute." Mary bit her lip to keep from smiling. "Fine, if we're doing this, let's be fair." She gestured toward the couch, where Audrey's half-folded laundry sat. "Your troops are clearly slacking." Audrey sighed dramatically and added to the list, "Battle of the Couch, Unfolded Clothes Mutiny." For the next hour, they listed every grievance they could think of. The blanket stealing at night. The great thermostat wars of winter. Audrey's tendency to leave half-drunk cups of tea everywhere. Mary's habit of reorganizing the bookshelf by mood rather than author. By the end of it, their war map looked more like a collection of inside jokes than actual grievances. The truce negotiation. Somewhere along the way, the laughter started. It was quiet at first, just a smirk from Audrey as Mary dramatically reenacted the great tea mug crisis of last Thursday. Then it grew, spilling over like a tidal wave, until they were both clutching their stomachs. Mary wiped a tear from her eye. Okay, truce." Audrey pretended to consider it. "Terms?" Mary held up a finger. "No one touches my mustard." Audrey held up a finger of her own. "And you stop reorganizing my books." Mary sighed. "Fine. Anything else?" Audrey leaned in, pressing a kiss to her forehead. "One more thing." Mary closed her eyes at the warmth. "What's that?" Audrey whispered, "You call your mother." Mary groaned, but she was smiling. Fine, but I'm telling her we both made the turkey. Audrey grinned. Dio. And just like that, the war was over. For now. Because in love, just like in war, the battles may come and go, but the best ones are always worth fighting for. I hope you liked this take. Let me know if you want any tweaks.